The dawn of a brand new gymnastics season in Columbia, Missouri. It's the first time in 2020 for the SEC's Missouri Tigers, as today they host a tri-meet inside the Hearn Center, welcoming in the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Southeast Missouri State Red Hawks. Welcome to the Hearn Center. Along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett. Bree, it's a brand new college gymnastics season, a very exciting one for the Missouri Tigers, who have their best squad in about a decade.
That's right, Ben. There's a lot of potential here. You'll see that ranking, the highest since 2011. It's the most exciting time of the year, as some might argue. NCAA gymnastics is back. These teams are here looking to translate what they've been practicing in the preseason here onto the competition floor.
Illinois returning several gymnasts from a squad that finished second in the Big Ten last year. Southeast Missouri State, a very young team. Shannon Welker's team, young as well, but he has several returners, although he'll begin his vault lineup with Sienna Schreiber today, followed by Belle Gatula, Aspen Tucker, a freshman from Chicago, Helen Hu, an early enrollee in Cambie Brandt. We'll talk about more about Cambry as we go along here, and then the veteran All-SEC stalwart Morgan Porter. Now, as we have three teams competing all at one time today, it provides a bit of a coverage challenge for our talented SEC Network crew. But what we're going to do is have Missouri, the SEC school, in the main box on your screen. And now, as you see a triple box for a tri-meet, Illinois will always be in the upper left, and Southeast Missouri State will always be in the box on the lower left, as we have fixed cameras on each apparatus. And as teams conclude their competitions on each apparatus, we'll be able to focus more on this team versus that team. But Missouri will be our main focus today here at the Southeastern Conference School on the SEC Network. So Sienna Schreiber is ready to get us going, the freshman from Georgia, with her first career college vault as Missouri, Illinois, and SEMO open up the 2020 season. Schreiber, first year for Missouri, will be performing a Yurchenko layout full. The first season with Missouri head coach Shannon Welker. A steady climb for Welker's squad since he took over 7 years ago. Their highest finish under Welker in 2019, when they ended the year 17th in the country, which tied the program record from 2010. Here's Schreiber.
Really nice vault for Sienna there. She almost had that stuck landing. Good amplitude. Just a reminder for fans, we're looking for the amplitude there, the distance, and the overall execution of the vault.
Good start for her in her college career. Let's take another look.
Nice block. Pegs the hips ever so slightly at the end, not allowing her to get that stick she wanted, but really great start for the Tigers here on the vault.
Don't forget Southeast Missouri State currently on the beam in your lower left. Illinois Fighting Illini in your upper left, beginning their day on the bars. As Shannon Welker has some words of encouragement for the freshman. And now it's one of Missouri's experienced returners, the junior from Houston, Belle Gatula. Now she does typically one of two different vaults. We'll have to see which one she chooses here.
Missouri, you'll see, has a couple 10-0 start values. We'll see those later in the lineup here.
The half-pipe Yurchenko layout full version that Gatula does is one of those 10-0 score vaults, but we'll see which one she performs here, her first effort of 2020.
Judges also dusting off the cobwebs of competition season.
It's the opener for everybody. 9.725 for Schreiber, by the way, on that first vault. They just got the score for the freshman posted and displayed in venue. Missouri team that had 4 top 25 wins in 2019. That included a couple of top 10 victories over Kentucky and Michigan. Wildcats were ranked 10th at the time. Michigan was number 7 in the country when Missouri bested the Wolverines in a quad meet towards the end of the regular season a year ago. Now Belle Gatula is ready.
Looks like she's doing the Yurchenko full. Really nice height. I'm might call that a stick. We'll see if the judges give it to her.
We'll wait for the score. Certainly plenty of enthusiasm for Missouri. And as you look for the scores, keep your eye on the lower right. That scoreboard graphic will update throughout the afternoon as we go along in this tri-meet between Missouri, Illinois, and SEMO.
Here's her vault again. See that amplitude? Her hips are nice and open. Again, some might argue a stick. We'll see. A little off to the side there, you can see. But still, really nice vault.
Getula's teammates appreciating that effort. The score coming in for Belle Getula as Aspen Tucker, the senior, gets ready for her first vault of 2020. A 9.8 for Getula. Aspen Tucker scored a 9.85 at Missouri's Black and Gold exhibition back in early December.
Also doing Yurchenko full. Just a tiny, tiny hop there on the landing. Really nice vault.
Good solid effort for Missouri, the first three vaulters of the afternoon, and that's something Missouri's become known for under Shannon Welker. Just good solid work on this apparatus.
Still looking for more sticks, but again, it's early in the season. You'll work out those kinks of the sticks, finding yourself feeling comfortable again in the competition setting, getting those first meet jitters out of the way. Keeps her feet together, sees the landing there, just almost has that stick ever so slight hop. You'll see another view. Keeps her hips pretty flat for the most part, which is another thing you're looking for, keeping the hips not piked.
Scores rolling in from across this meet. Nicole Biondi on the bars for Illinois with a 9.775. First two competitors are finished for Illinois. Currently, Mia Takakawa, highly heralded freshman for the Illini on the bars. And for Mizzou, it's Helen Hugh, a similarly highly heralded freshman for Missouri from the Chicago area.
Helen has beautiful gymnastics here. We'll see just a little glimpse of it here in her vault. Also doing Yurchenko full. Nice work. Just a little bit of chest down there. Took a step forward, under-rotated on the vault. But again, nice job for the freshman.
Take us back to your first career meet. What are the butterflies like for a freshman the first time under the bright lights?
Oh my goodness. Just complete and utter nerves. trying to keep the nerves under control. It's really hard to do if you've never been in that setting. Adjusting again as a freshman, it's a different atmosphere with a team. You've got everyone behind your back compared to club where it's a little bit more individualized. So it's just a lot of different, factors considered into that experience.
Missouri scores getting progressively better as they go through their first 3 to 4 vaulters. 9.725 for Schreiber. Getula followed that up with a 9.8. Aspen Tucker with a 9.825. And we'll let you know when the score comes in for Helen Hugh. Cambry Brandt now for Missouri. She's an interesting story. Just graduated from high school, an early enrollee who just joined the program in the last couple of weeks and thrown right in there her first career college meet.
Talk about a freshman experience. It's a lot to come in right into season. Usually a freshman experience, you are in the preseason experiencing everything college, managing time. Here she's just thrown right in. She did a front handspring on, pike into a half. That is a 10-0 start value. You don't see that vault a lot in college gymnastics. Most of it's Yurchenko full or 1.5. So it's nice to see a little bit of change up.
She jumped right in. And we'll see what score she gets as Missouri is having a nice afternoon so far in the vault.
Take another look. She didn't have the control you want to see on the landing, but really nice block. Looks for the ground, just isn't able to get the stick right there, but I'm sure she'll locate it later on in the season.
That follows Helen Hu, who had a 9.550. Morgan Porter now. one of the top all-around gymnasts in the Southeastern Conference, former freshman of the year in the SEC. She's debuting a new vault this year.
She is another one of those 10-0 vaults we were talking about. She will do the Yurchenko 1.5. It is a blind landing, so it's a little bit harder to land. You have to really have that spatial awareness, get a good block off the horse, really execute the vault.
She did score a 9.8 the first time at Missouri's Black and Gold exhibition 1 month ago.
She did have a little difficulty in warm-up here, so we'll see if she can, again, execute the vault here. She was able to land that there on her feet. You'll see she was a little under-rotated. Her hips spiked backwards. You want to be a little bit more up and down in that landing there. Again, another hard vault to land with a blind landing.
Cambry Brandt was awarded a 9.8 for her vault, so Missouri with 5 competitors with a 9.725 or above on the vault if that comes in for Porter.
There again, you see she just wasn't ready for it there. A little under-rotated. Needed a little bit stronger block. Almost landed lock-legged a little bit there.
Porter scores a 9.750. So a good start for Missouri on the vault. All of their official competitors have completed their routine. And we're going to have an exhibition from Hannah McCrary. Again, teams given the option to have at least one competitor perform an exhibition that does not count against the score.
Yurchenko full, just a little bit piked in the hips there. Hannah has been training a 1.5 as well. Hopefully we'll work up and get that into the lineup. Add another 10.0 value start into the lineup for Missouri on vault.
How valuable are these opportunities to go out and perform in an exhibition setting, work some things out, especially a routine like you just mentioned, Hannah McCrary adding something new for the first time and be able to do it in this setting?
It's really a confidence booster. You know, really verifying to yourself that you are capable of this, you know, that you have the talent and ability to get that done for your team and the opportunity that you need to.
So Missouri done for the day on the vault. Illinois continues on the bars, and SEMO wrapping things up on the beam. Here's Missouri's roster breakdown. It's a young group for Shannon Welker. 7 freshmen this year, 8 newcomers, as that includes a sophomore who transferred from Illinois Chicago we'll talk more about here in a little bit, but a young group for Shannon Welker.
Yeah, that could bring a lot of inexperience, but they have a talented group coming in. I don't doubt their ability to just jump right in and, you know, provide excellent competition.
So as Missouri wraps up, we'll shift the screen a little bit and take a look at SEMO, the final team still competing in the first rotation as Illinois has wrapped up on the bars. Southeast Missouri State, their first 2 competitors today, Molly Maxwell with a 9.1, Jolie Miller with a 9.4. Floor is up next for Southeast. Illinois wrapping up with some exhibition runs on the bars. The 4th competitor of the afternoon on the right for Southeast Missouri State on the beam. It's Gabrielle Adams.
Being at an away meet, starting on beam, that's a challenging spot to be in. Not only do you have nerves, but beam is probably the one where you have most nerves. So really trying to control those, settle into your routine, getting a hit routine.
Julia Waite just completing her exhibition run on the bars for Illinois. Fighting Illini with a 48-9-7-5 to begin the afternoon on the bars, holding a slight lead over Missouri after the first rotation against SEMO on the right, finishing up on beam. Gabrielle Adams averaged 9.148 last year on this apparatus for the Redhawks. She had a season high 9.625 on the beam last year against Northern Illinois for SEMO.
Front aerial there, right into a back handspring. Slight bobble. Switch leap there, right into a split jump. Finishing it off with a split three-quarter, an unfortunate fall there. Looks like she had her chest just a little forward. Wasn't straight over top the beam.
Does not impact SEMO on the beam nearly as much as on the vault, but the Redhawks are competing today without one of their top gymnasts. Senior Mackenzie Slee out of the lineup today, will not compete. She was the conference champion in the Midwest Independent Conference on the vault last year.
Back handspring step out into 1.5, just a little bit under rotated.
So that wraps up with Gabrielle Adams. Two more competitors and then an exhibition to go on the beam for the SEMO Redhawks. Give you a score update for Missouri after their first rotation of the day. Sienna Schreiber scoring a 9.725 on the vault. Belle Gatula with a 9.8. Aspen Tucker with a 9.825. 9.550 for the freshman Helen Hu. Fellow freshman Cambry Brandt with a 9.8 to begin her career, tying for the second best mark for Missouri on the vault today, and then Morgan Porter with a 9.750.
Really strong start for Missouri on vault. Can build their confidence from here on out in the season. Work to get better scores, better execution on those vaults, gain a couple tenths back, and bring up that apparatus score.
And of course, you drop the lowest score from your team total, so the 9.550 from Helen Hu will not hurt Missouri. Beam action continues for Southeast.
Having a pep talk here, trying to work down the nerves while the judges finish up their scoring.
We talked earlier about the nerves that freshmen have on a day like this. This is Dalia Solorzano Caruso, who is from the province of Ontario in Canada, being ready to perform NCAA Division I level for the first time. Third straight year that SEMO has opened up at a SEC school. Missouri and SEMO, frequent competitors over the years. Missouri is 33-6 all time against Southeast Missouri State. Solorzano Caruso is one of 8 freshmen for SEMO this year.
Right, similar to Mizzou with so many freshmen, new faces coming in. It's challenging to adapt them to the college atmosphere once talked about before. A lot more energy in the arena and competition. We're going to calm those nerves, get into a mental routine.
SEMO could use a good solid routine here on the beam. They've got back-to-back scores below 9. They're going to have to count one of them as Moffitt notched an 8.90, and Adams, we just saw a moment ago, an 8.350. 9.4 from Jolie Miller is the high water mark for Southeast so far on this rotation.
So far, a solid start to this routine. She'll do her series here, back handspring, step out, layout, step out. Really nice, no confidence there, no wobbles. She's really getting into routine. Maintaining deep breaths. Split fold, just a slight bobble there. A little bit more challenging jump to do by itself. Side semi into a back tech. Very unique dismount. I haven't seen that before. Really nice job. That is what SEMO needed here on that beam rotation.
So a good bounce back here for SEMO. Take another look at that dismount that surprised us a bit.
Again, and then she had a full twist. I did not see the full twist. So the side semi into a full twisting back there. Certainly a unique twist to a dismount.
So that should be a nice boost for SEMO, who has one more to go on the beam, and then we will wrap up the first rotation. Illinois Fighting Illini finished second at the Big Ten Championships last year. Third year under Natalie Walsh. She's taken the Illini to the NCAA regionals each of her first 2 seasons. Has 3 all Big Ten second teamers from last year returning, and Karen Howell, Casey Meeks, and Kylie Noonan. And Illinois will have the lead after the first rotation thanks to this strong performance on the bars.
An impressive start for Illinois there.
Good solid scores top to bottom. Karen Howell and the freshman Mia Takakawa, both with 9.825 to lead the way. So a good start for the Illini on the road, who are beginning their season in Columbia, Missouri for the 3rd time in the last 5 years. The Hearn Center, a familiar backdrop for the Illini to begin their year. Rounding out the beam for SEMO, freshman of the year in the MIC last season, Anna Kaziska. She won 11 individual titles a season ago and led SEMO on 3 of the 4 apparatus, including the beam. So no surprise to see her finishing things out on this apparatus for the Redhawks.
Filling that anchor spot. Hoping to wrap up with a really strong finish. Nice front aerial right into a split jump. Nice execution.
She will anchor all 4 rotations for SEMO today. Competed in the all-around every single meet as a freshman.
An impressive feat as a freshman. Here's her series. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out. Really solid.
Such an impressive freshman year for her. She qualified as an individual for NCAA regionals. Did so in the floor exercise at the Baton Rouge Regional at LSU. You are seeing the beginning of her sophomore season right here.
Round off 1.5. Near stick. Really nice job to finish up the beam rotation for SEMO.
Lorazano Caruso notched a 9.550, and now Kaziska figures to perhaps better that here.
We'll see her series again here. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out. Really nice form, maybe just a slight bend in the legs, but super confident. Just nailed that series. And round off dismount. Finds that landing, just almost has that stick, not quite. Really proud of her performance there.
So all the official competitors completed for SEMO. Still waiting for the score to come in for Kaziska there. But a 9.550 for Slorzano Caruso. And now Alana Fisher will perform an exhibition routine. So again, this does not count towards the score for SEMO. A 9.8 for Kaziska. What are these final words typically?
Really just relax. You know how to do this. Don't be nervous. Do what you do in practice. Sorry.
Let me correct myself. Kaziska, a 9.750, the final score for her. So 46.7 the team score for SEMO on the beam.
That final score there, you take the average of the two judges. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out, into a split jump. Dropped her shoulder on the right side just a little bit, caused her to wobble. Unique turn there, a double turn. You don't see that often. Typically, it's just a full turn. Looks like she wasn't able to maintain that control. Unfortunately, fell off there. Dismount there, and aerial into a tuck full. Strong finish for after falling off there.
So we are all done with rotation number 1. Missouri to the bars, Illinois to the beam, and SEMO to the floor when we come back to Columbia. Slight lead for the Illinois Fighting Illini after one rotation. 9.48.9750 for the Illini to get things going here today. Hello, folks. Welcome to the floor. Along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett. Beginning of an exciting season. You were already looking up some scores last night as some teams have already notched some impressive performances around the SEC.
That's right. We had Georgia, LSU, and Kentucky both starting off their seasons last night, and now here Missouri. I think we're going to have some tough competition, as always, in the SEC. We're already seeing that here. Illinois and Missouri both keeping it close. Really strong start on this first rotation. Let's see if we can keep it going in the second one.
All 8 programs from the Southeastern Conference ranked in the preseason top 20. That includes the 16th ranked Missouri Tigers here tonight. LSU looking for their 4th consecutive SEC championship, and they won a non-conference duel last night with the Arizona Wildcats. Georgia also picked up a win last night. Kentucky a narrow loss against Utah. And we just told you about that Friday Night Heights triple header this Friday as conference play returns to the SEC network, including Missouri and Kentucky squaring off. Not just the SEC, everybody across the country getting going this weekend. The #1 Oklahoma Sooners just ahead of those 2 SEC powerhouses. That's a Florida team that is no stranger to the top 5. Missouri actually got a win over the Gators a couple of years ago in this building, and they'll host Florida again later this season. And as you see, all 8 teams in the SEC ranked in the top 20, including the 19th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks, who also come to the Hearn Center this year. Second rotation on the way. Missouri will be on the bars when we return, chasing the Illini. One rotation into this one. Missouri Tigers getting ready to head to the bars as they trail Illinois in this tri-meet to begin the 2020 season. It'll be Aspen Tucker, the senior, followed by Chelsea Christensen, Alisa Sharametta, Sienna Schreiber, Morgan Porter, and Helen Hu.
See a few names that are new in there. Bar team lost a couple from last year that were mainstays. Madeline Huber, Becca Schugel. Again, with those newcomers coming in. Elisa, Helen. And we'll also see one in exhibition, I believe, here from Cambry.
And Alisa Sharametta, the previously mentioned sophomore transfer from University of Illinois Chicago. It's Tucker who will lead Missouri off. Led the Tigers on the vault and the floor, and she's always been a great finisher for Missouri on the floor. Trying to improve on the bars this year and continue to get better as a senior.
Aspen has filled this leadoff role, which seems like she does a really good job getting the energy going for the bar group. which is it's actually one of the toughest positions, really getting that energy going, making sure everyone else in the lineup behind you feels confident going through, getting into the routine.
She is frequently an all-around competitor for Missouri. She's only competing on 3 of 4 events today. She will not go on the beam. Missouri underway on the bars.
Nice handstand to start. She'll do a piped Jaeger. Looking to hit handstands. Of course, keeping the form really nice. Feet together, clean lines. Finishing off that last handstand. Nice job there. Giant full. Right into a double tuck. And a stick.
Good start for Missouri on the bars. Tucker's career high is a 9.875. She might challenge that there.
Exactly how you want to start the bar rotation. Not only a nice hit routine, but a stick to finish it off.
We'll remind you, Illinois continues to compete. Upper left box on the beam. SEMO on the floor.
Here's that dismount again. You'll see nice float. Sees the landing, locks it in. No foot movement at all there until the end, until it's time to salute. That's what you're looking for. Coach Carney excited about that.
Awaiting the score for Aspen Tucker, senior from the state of Florida, who has been a mainstay in the Missouri lineup ever since her freshman year. Christensen scored a 9.75 on the bars at the Black and Gold meet, an exhibition that Missouri held almost exactly 1 month ago, early December. National qualifying score of 9.78 a year ago. 9.825 is the score for Aspen Tucker, just below her career best.
A really solid start and score. We'll see here, Chelsea hope to maintain that. Giant full there into a Tkachev. Handstand might have been just a little rushed into an overshoot. Also looking for control on that overshoot. Last handstand, giant full into a double tuck as well. Almost a stick, just a little bit of movement on her feet there. Looks like she wasn't quite prepared to get that landing in.
Missouri has to be happy with this start, not only this rotation, but the first rotation. Just good, solid routines all around for the Tigers.
That's all you can ask for in your first competition of the season.
Another look here at Chelsea Christensen.
Here's that overshoot. She doesn't quite hit the handstand like you should and maintain that control. That's what the judges are looking for. Her hips needed to be a little bit more open. Last handstand was ever so slightly short. Here's that dismount again. Just a slight movement there on the foot, the left foot. Still a solid routine for the Tigers on bars.
And now it's the newcomer, the sophomore, Elisa Sharametta. The program was shut down at UIC after her stellar freshman season. They shut down both the women's and the men's programs due to funding issues. And so Sharametta needed a home. There's a strong Chicago contingent on this Missouri campus. Just about 5 or 6 hours away from the Windy City. Shannon Welker providing a nice landing spot in the SEC. Sharametta had a personal best 9.825 last year as a freshman at UIC. Of course, Welker himself a former Flame.
Line change into a straddle Jaeger here. And an unfortunate cast over. She just didn't have that control. Send herself over the bar just a little too hard. There's another overshoot, just like separation on her legs. Looking for a strong finish. And watch for a unique dismount here. Blind change, and then typically she would do a twist there at the end. She seemed a little bit thrown off here, so wasn't able to do what she typically does there at the end.
But quite a resume she brings to Missouri, an All-American at the 2019 USA Gymnastics Women's Collegiate National Championships. It's kind of a parallel national competition to the NCAA regionals.
Here's that cast over again. She just drove her heels over way too far. She fought really hard to maintain that handstand, pull it back over. She just couldn't. And again here, she would have done a 1.5 twist, but something must have been off there. She was unable to perform that skill. A bit uncharacteristic for her from what I've seen in previous competition and practice.
Not the last we will see of her today. She will compete on beam and also on floor, which is really her forte, where she qualified for NCAA regionals as an individual last year. Again, both she and Welker competed as UIC Flames. So a natural connection there between the two, and a really good story that Missouri was able to provide an opportunity for Cherametta to compete in the SEC after certainly issues outside of her control with the funding problems at University of Illinois Chicago caused the program to be discontinued.
An unfortunate reason for her to come here, but of course I think Welker is excited to have her compete for this program.
We'll wait for her score to come in. Score update for Missouri on the bars: 9.825 for Aspen Tucker, 9.750 for Chelsea Christensen. Continue to follow Illinois on the beam, where Rachel Gordon has scored a 9.6. They're in the upper left box. In the lower left box, Southeast Missouri State competing on the floor, where Lindsay Moffitt has notched a 9.725. Again, live scoring available on the University of Missouri website, mutigers.com. Sienna Schreiber competing now for Missouri, her first bars competition as a Missouri Tiger.
Unfortunately, she casted there over on her handstand as well. She's going to do what's called a Maloney here. Slight leg separation. Looking for a strong finish after the cast over. Hoping to finish this strong with a solid score, as we'll have to count a fall now in the lineup. Nice double layout dismount. Chest was a little bit forward, causing her to take a step. Wasn't able to grab that stick there at the finish.
But Missouri, with 3 of their 6 competitors on the bars being newcomers, will have plenty of room to growth as they go along the season.
There's that double layout again. Slight pike down. Brought her chest forward.
And as you mentioned, with Cherametta being given a 8.850 and likely a similar score for Schreiber coming, Missouri will have to count one of those, which included the fall. But Missouri could use a strong finish here. They'll have Morgan Porter followed by Helen Hugh. Score update from the beam: Nicole Biondi for Illinois, a 9.750. This will be Morgan Porter, superstar in the SEC from her first day at Mizzou.
Solid competitor here for Missouri. Let's see if she can bring back the consistency into the bar lineup here.
Remember, she had a scary fall on this apparatus a year ago. But bounced back, continued to compete throughout the season. Saw her national qualifying score.
That fall certainly was scary. It was questionable if she was going to be out. But again, like you said, she came back and competed for the remainder of the season.
Only missed 1 meet, if memory serves correctly.
Really strong routine so far. Blind landing here on this dismount too. Wasn't quite able to get the stick. Again, blind landings are hard to find. Really have to have that execution down in the dismount and the technique to find that landing perfectly.
She scored a 9.75 at the black and gold exhibition. We'll see if she builds upon that with her score here.
Straddle Jaeger there. Really nice job. Hit the handstand. Might have been short on that last one there. The judges will take deduction for that. There's that dismount again. Opened up maybe just so slightly early. Couldn't get her feet under her. Resulted in a couple steps back there.
Schreiber was given a 9.1 score. And we'll We'll wait to see what Morgan Porter is awarded. Missouri will have the freshman Helen Hu in just a moment to round things out.
Helen has a beautiful bar routine packed full of difficult skills. You'll see a lot of connections, one thing into another.
She's competing in 3 of 4 events today. She'll be on the beam next for Missouri. She will not be on the floor. Missouri's lone all-around competitor today is Morgan Porter.
Really nice handstand into a church, right into a pack. And there she was supposed to go directly into a kip, so a slight error there. And then a Maloney half. Really nice job. Toe full, right into a double tuck. And a slight step back on that dismount. So some uncharacteristic mistakes here in Missouri's bar lineup. Seem a little bit shooken up. Maybe the nerves are getting into them here in the first meet of the season.
They will have to count that 9-1 from Schreiber. Porter's score was 9.75. We'll see what comes in for Hu as we take a look at the replay of her routine.
Here's that toe full again, right into her double tuck. Slight step back. See her teammates there willing on the stick from the routine.
Cambry Brandt will perform an exhibition here.
Again, just some more experience to put under her belt as a freshman. Again, just getting onto campus weeks ago. A lot to take in for her.
She scored a 9.8 on the vault for Missouri on the first rotation. Score is coming in for Hu. 9.725 for Helen Hu. Missouri will have to count the 9-1. That will not make them happy, but it could have been much worse considering there were 2 falls on that rotation for the Tigers. Again, this is an exhibition for Cambry Brandt.
Giant fall right into a pack there. Pirouette up to the high bar. Here's something you don't see often, a blind change in what you call a flank. Not a common skill for collegiate gymnasts to begin with, and female gymnasts in general. Really solid routine. Nice double layout there at the end. Looked like she had a small hop.
And so Missouri wrapped up on the bars. See Helen Hu's final score, 9.725. Missouri at 97.050 after 2 rotations. So Missouri is done. Let's go full to the floor exercise where the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks are competing. And Molly Maxwell just wrapping up, so we'll go to the beam instead. Illinois with scores of 9.60 for Rachel Borden, 9.750 for Nicole Biondi, and having to count a fall for Karen Howell, who scored a 8.950. Right now, this is Kylie Noonan looking to get the Illini back on track, and she does.
That looked like a solid routine from what we saw there at the end. Nice stick to finish off the routine.
It's the second season for Ashley Lawson in Cape Girardeau. About to become a Hall of Famer next month, as she was a tremendous all-around competitor for the Redhawks in her competition days. Holds school records in the all-around, bars, beam, and floor exercise. In fact, she scored a perfect 10 during her competition career. Was a 4-time conference champion back in the early 2000s. And now passing along all of that knowledge and expertise at her alma mater. Her Redhawks had a bit of a hard time opening the day on the beam. Notched a team score of 46.600, but they are bouncing back here on floor exercise. Lindsay Moffitt scored a 9.725. Had to a bit of difficulty for Mallory Desch, who had an 8.8. Gabrielle Adams with a 9.625. You saw Molly Maxwell finish up just a few moments ago. Now it's Dalia Solorzano Caruso. The score for Maxwell is in. It's a 9.625 as Solorzano Caruso prepares to get going.
Fun little dance into the start of her routine. Music hasn't started, but maybe sets her mind right to get that routine started.
Illinois currently in between performers on the beam. When they resume, we will bring the Illini in, split your screen. Until then, enjoy full screen as Dalia Solorzano Caruso goes for her first pass.
Nice double pike. Didn't have quite control there, but really nice power. You can tell she had a good amplitude there in that tumbling pass.
This is Shayla Scott beginning on the beam on the left for Illinois.
Really nice combination pass there on floor. Front toss right into a back handspring step out. Really nice combination.
Meanwhile, Scott on the beam for Illinois, following up a 9.750 score for Kylie Noonan.
Really nice leap jump combination. Finishing with a Rudy on floor. Really solid routine over there for SEMO.
It's been a good bounce back rotation for the Redhawks after the rough start on the beam.
Really nice front aerial. Almost looked like she was going to wobble there, but she was able to maintain, pull her arms up, keep confident in that skill and its finish. And the dismount, painter full. Slight hop. Solid routine for Illinois.
Shayla Scott, the 5th of 6 competitors on the beam for Illinois. Mia Takakawa will finish up the rotation. They'll also have an exhibition from Brittany Jones. Solorzano Caruso finishing up for SEMO there on the floor, and it'll be Anna Kaziska for the Redhawks as the anchor on the floor exercise. Mia Takakawa getting ready to go onto the beam for Illinois. The Illini hoping they don't have to count that 8.950 for Karen Howell. They will not have to, barring a fall here from Takakawa. Takakawa was a beam regional champion last year in high school. She's competing in all 4 events today for the Fighting Illini.
SEMO's back on the floor.
This is Anna Kaziska, the newcomer of the year, Midwest Independent Conference last year.
Front handspring, front double twist. Really nice control and execution of that.
Ziska qualified as an individual for NCAA regionals on the floor last year. Notched a 9.825 at the Baton Rouge Regional.
Start that middle pass. Beam's getting started.
first-team All-American last year at those USA Gymnastics Women's Collegiate National Championships.
Aerial straight into a back handspring step out, a unique series combination. Switch leap into a gainer and back layout step out.
Kaziska done on the floor. Takakawa continuing on the beam for Illinois.
Solid performance on floor. Nailed a bunch of those landings on the tumbling passes. You can see the confidence in her competition here. Important for beam. Finishes with a really nice stick and a big smile.
Good routine, good news for the Illiniis. They now will be able to drop that 8-9-5-0 score. Likely have all 9 6s and above. You would think that will be the score that comes in for Takakawa. All the scores in for Missouri on the bars. They score a 48-150 officially after a 48-19 score on the vault. Missouri and Illinois separated by percentage points coming into this rotation. Brittany Jones will have an exhibition here on the beam for Illinois to wrap things up. No exhibition for SEMO on the floor exercise, so we continue to have our full attention here on the beam for the Illini.
It's also important for teams to take advantage of these exhibition routines, as you don't always have the opportunity to, depending on the broadcast you might be viewing on, so to say. You don't always have the opportunity to allow for exhibition routines. So it's a great way for coaches to get those other people involved in the lineup that maybe are just not quite ready for competition completely to get that experience.
Scores continue to update for you. Takakawa with a 9-9, excellent way to finish the beam for Illinois. The Illini maintained their lead, actually widened their lead a bit on the Missouri Tigers after 2 rotations. A lot of momentum for this Illinois program coming off of that second place finish at the Big Ten Championships last season. A victory over a nationally ranked SEC school to open up 2020 would be huge for the Illini. Again, this is an exhibition for Brittany Jones.
They're certainly keeping things interesting here. We'll see if Missouri can maintain that confidence, bring it back for the next 2 rotations.
Beam is next for Missouri, and that is traditionally one of the Tigers' strongest rotations. Illinois will head to the floor, SEMO to the vault.
Lost a little bit of control on her back handspring layout step out series there. Switch leap right into a back tuck. Slight drop in that left shoulder causing her to wobble. Let's see, she's got just a little bit of nerves. She's trying to work out. Nice beat jump into a straddle full. Looks like she's getting set up here for her dismount. Round off into a 1.5. Fights for a stick, doesn't quite get it. There's a slight movement in that foot.
Good opportunity for Jones to work on her routine under the bright lights. Illinois with the lead after 2 rotations. We're halfway home at the Hearns Center. We'll be back to Columbia in just a moment on the SEC Network. We're halfway home at the Hearns Center, along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens. I'm Ben Arnett, and a little bit of good, a little bit of bad for everybody here in the first 2 rotations.
Correct. Missouri had a few unfortunate mistakes in their bar rotation. They had a counter fall. Hopefully they can pick it back up into beam and floor, finish out the meet strong, as well as SEMO and Illinois.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights, some of the top performances from the first 2 rotations. We start with Aspen Tucker on the vault for Missouri at 9.825.
Always solid competitor. Almost had the stick there.
This is all first rotation action. It's Karen Howell for Illinois on the bars, also a 9.825.
Really nice routine with a huge stick there at the end.
Anna Kaziska, freshman of the year in the Midwestern Independent Conference, 9.75 on the beam. We move on to rotation number 2. Aspen Tucker once again leading the way for Missouri.
Starting that bar rotation off with a nice stick, getting things going.
She scored a 9.825. Mia Takakawa, highly heralded freshman for the Illini.
Beautiful routine, finished with a nice stick. Big smile on the face.
She received a 9.9 score for that. Back to more Anna Kaziska. The floor is her forte.
Solid landings on every single tumbling pass. Big score for SEMO there.
She scored a 9.825 for the SEMO Redhawks. Rotation number 3 coming up when we come back. Illinois with the lead in Como. Tri-meet to open the season between Missouri, Illinois, and SEMO. Beam has been one of Missouri's strongest events under Shannon Welker. In fact, they notched a program record team score of 49.200 last year at the Athens Regional. Sienna Schreiber will lead it off with her first beam routine in her career as a Missouri Tiger, followed by Mary Nicholson, Elisa Sharametta, Morgan Porter, Belle Gatula, and Helen Hu.
Coach Max Pearson does a really nice job building that confidence and believing in her athletes in this rotation, which I think really helps contribute to their beam performance and overall strong competition on the beam.
Casey Jo McPherson came to Missouri with Shannon Welker. She was an all-SEC competitor on the beam in her career at Arkansas. Has been passing along that knowledge here at Missouri, and a big part of why Mizzou has always had solid beam routines in the Shannon Welker era.
Leading off from the 2 on the beam, it's Sienna Schreiber.
Again, Sienna getting things started here for Missouri on beam. Starts with a nice full turn. Getting set up for her series here. Back handspring step out, layout step out. Recovered what almost would have been a wobble there. Looked like she was slightly off, but was able to control it. Switch half to a split jump, and into a beat jump.
Schreiber continues. A reminder, Illinois now on the floor. In your upper left, lower left, SEMO competing on the vault.
Finishing with a dismount here. Almost had a stick there. Nice punch. 1.5 twist.
You mentioned a slight wobble there by Schreiber midway through. Take another look at that. High five from Shannon Welker as the freshman. Good solid effort. Correction, we'll take a look at the dismount here.
This dismount, it's important to have a tight punch there at the end of the beam, otherwise you're going to be a little bit under-rotated. This is actually a dismount I competed myself. The short landings were never fun, so it's always good to have really good form and execution punching into that dismount. Sienna does a really nice job into that dismount.
Meanwhile, Mia Takakawa leading things off for Illinois on the floor. Lindsay Moffitt, the first on the vault for SEMO, and now it's Mackenzie Marcieniak getting ready to go for the Redhawks. They're in the lower left. For Missouri, Mary Nicholson.
Mary has been a really strong beam worker for the Missouri Tigers. She'll look to maintain that.
She notched a 9.875 last year when Missouri took on Michigan and 2 others in a quad meet. It's our national qualifying score. ready for her first run at things in 2020. Meanwhile, Karen Howell getting ready to begin on the floor for Illinois. Gabrielle Adams getting ready to go on the vault for SEMO.
Next on the beat for Missouri, Mary Nicholson.
Takakawa notching a 9.850 to begin things in the floor exercise for Illinois.
Solid start to a floor rotation.
Mary Nicholson for Missouri on the beam after a 9.850 from Schreiber.
Mary will start things off here with a dismount. Now she'll, series, 3-flight series, back handspring, step out, back handspring, step out, layout, step out. And an unfortunate fall there for Mary. She wasn't able to save that there at the end.
Similar thing happened to her last year at the Mardi Gras invite. She had to count a 7.85, which kind of affected her season averages a little bit, but obviously did not affect her NQS.
Here, cartwheel gainer full, finishes with a stick. So even though an unfortunate fall, nice finish to the routine, didn't give anything else for the judges to take there.
Good job to bounce back by Nicholson.
Here's that series again. Well, look at her feet, see? That back foot was just a little bit off. She tried her hardest to save it, just couldn't get there. And again, that dismount, really nice stick. Great finish to the routine.
Keep an eye out for her score. And time will tell if Missouri has to count it.
Of course, the goal is for the remaining competitors in the lineup to hit their routines so they don't have to take advantage of the drop score.
That falls to Sharametta, Porter, Kutula, and Hu for Shannon Welker's Tigers. Meanwhile, SEMO having a rough go of it on the vault. Scores of 9.475, 9.450, and 9.050 so far for the Redhawks. Illinois with a good start on the floor as their third competitor, Shayla Scott, is about ready to start for the Illini. Third competitor for Missouri on the beam is Elisa Sharametta.
Next for Missouri on the beam, Elisa Sharametta.
She had a personal best 9.850 last year as a freshman at the University of Illinois Chicago.
Hopefully Elisa here has left behind that bar routine where she had a couple mistakes back in the past and is focusing on this beam routine here, putting up a solid competition for when the Tigers need it most.
This is her second of 3 events today for Missouri. She will also compete on the floor exercise in the 4th and final rotation.
Lisa getting things started. Getting set up for her series. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out. Slight bobble. Is able to recover.
4 event titles as a freshman last year at UIC, including 1 on the beam.
Nice front aerial. Nice front toss right into a beat jump. strong finish here. Gainer full dismount and a stick. Nice bounce back from that bar routine.
And an excellent first impression on the beam in her Missouri career for Elisa Sharametta. Nicholson's score came in, by the way, it was 9.050. So Missouri hopes they don't have to count that. And Sharametta with a performance to help back up that effort.
There's that front toss beat jump combination again. Clean full turn at the end. Into the strong finish, gainer full dismount. Grabbing that stick, just a little bit of form break there, so the judges might take for that.
Meanwhile, keep your eye on the scoreboard in the lower right part of your screen. Scores being updated and coming in here as SEMO is wrapping up their run on the vault in the third rotation. Anna Kaziska just now finishing up for the Red Hawks. Kylie Noonan about to get going on the floor exercise for the Illinois Fighting Illini. Morgan Porter getting ready to go on the beam for Missouri. She was in and out of the beam lineup for Mizzou last year, but finished strong, had a 9.9 at Missouri's final regular season quad meet. Competed on the beam 5 times last year. Her career high is 9.95. Upper left, you see Kylie Noonan getting started for Illinois on the floor.
Really nice front double to start the routine out.
Now it's Porter.
Unique mount into the beam. Press handstand. Requires a great deal of strength. Switch lead. Split jump. No hesitation there. Really nice full turn. Front aerial. Directly into a back tuck. She tried to wobble there. Got it back in control. Nice front toss, really solid. Didn't hesitate there at the end. She gets set up for her dismount here. A round off 1.5. Hop on the end, not the stick you want, but really solid routine from Morgan.
Top to bottom, nice effort from the senior Morgan Porter. Let's take a look at the unique start and the strong finish to her beam routine. Missouri hoping to follow up with another strong score there on the beam. Sharametta notched a 9.775. Let's take another look at that.
Right before that, you see she jumped up from the floor, pressed all the way up into handstand, and brought it back down. So that front aerial straight into the back tuck again. Ever so slight bobble, but she pulled those arms back strong. And then that round off 1.5. Had the hop there at the end. But again, solid routine.
Keep an eye out for her score as Missouri continues to chase Illinois. The Illini expanding their team score lead from the first rotation to the second rotation. We're in rotation number 3. The Illini Strong on the floor exercise. 4 scores of 9-8 or better so far for the Illini on the floor as Belle Gatula gets ready to compete for Missouri on the beam.
Another solid beam competitor for Missouri. Belle gets up there and just gets after each routine, which I love about her work on the beam. Nice triple flight series.
Competed on the beam in every single competition for Missouri last year. Only notched 2 scores all season, or 3, pardon me, all season below 9-8.
Switch leap into a split 3/4. Really nice execution there. She'll get ready for her dismount here. Cartwheel gainer full. Beautiful stick. What a wonderful routine from Belle.
9-8 or better 9 times last year on the beam. Maybe another one to start out 2020 for Belle Gatula.
And here's that series. Back handspring, step out, into a layout, step out. Really nice work. Here we'll see that nice finish again. A sure stick to finish that solid routine.
That follows up a 9-8 score from Morgan Porter. SEMO has finished up their run on the vault. Here's a look at the Red Hawks scores. Lindsay Moffett with a 9.475. Mackenzie Marciniak 9.450. Gabrielle Adams just over a 9. Molly Maxwell a 9.5. And then back-to-back 9.6 pluses for Lorazano Caruso and Anna Kaziska. The Red Hawks with a 47.70 total team score on the vault. You see them sitting at a 142.825 through 3 rotations. Araya Simons, the final competitor on the floor exercise for Illinois. Illini 9-8 or better. Every single competitor on the floor.
Really solid rotation from Illinois there. Again, building that momentum from each of the rotations before. Beautiful opening double pike as her first pass.
Meanwhile for Missouri, Helen Hu preparing as the anchor on the beam for the Tigers.
You'll see some unique things. Also in Helen's routine, she'll show off her unique flexibility and some eye-catching skills.
4-time champion at the Junior Olympic Nationals before coming to Missouri. Freshman has been busy today in her first career college meet. 9.550 score on the vault. A 9.725 on the bars. This is her last competition of the day as she will not go on the floor for Missouri.
There's that unique flexibility. She'll start with her series here. Back handspring, step out, layout, step out. Beautiful work. Watch her toe point and her splits and her leaps. It's just fantastic. Really nice switch leap into a split jump. Brings that leg up for a full turn. Not something you see often in college gymnastics. For an aerial, a little bit of bobble. Here's another one, but to one leg, brings that second leg back. Difficult. Again, another flexibility piece. And to finish it off, she'll do a Valdez into a handstand pirouettes into a gainer full dismount.
Unique and impressive, Helen Hu. Missouri needing a strong finish on the beam, just might have got it.
Really nice comeback for that beam group. I won't have to worry about counting that fall. Unfortunately, that Mary had. Here's that unique dismount again. Valdez right into the handstand. Showing off the nice split in the handstand. And then stepping down into that gainer full. Chest was a little bit forward. She couldn't get the stick. Again, excellent routine.
Meanwhile, in the floor exercise right now, this is an exhibition by Julia Waite. Missouri will have an exhibition on the beam for Hannah McCrary before we head on to the fourth and final rotation of the day. Illinois excellent on the floor exercise, 9-8 or better. All 6 competitors, including Araya Simons, with a 9-9 to close things out.
Fantastic rotation for Illinois.
They've opened up a nice lead over Missouri. We'll see what it sits at after the score comes in for Helen Hu, and that's coming in right now. She gets a 9-8-5-0. Exhibition performance by Waite is finished. And we will take you to the beam full with Hannah McCrary.
Excited to see Hannah back here in the lineups. She unfortunately was out last year for most of the time. A lot of talent from Hannah.
Missouri closes that gap in the team score with the 9-8-5-0 coming in for Helen Hu. Missouri a 49-1-5-0 team score for the beam, which is their best of the competition.
Really solid front toss for Hannah to start her beam routine. Getting set up for her series here. Back handspring step out, layout step out. Solid. Beautiful full turn. Her jump series, split jump. Nice work. I believe that is a new jump combination for her, so still working on the confidence. Getting set up for the dismount. She'll do back handspring step out into a double twist. Solid routine for the exhibition, Hannah McCrary.
Illinois, meanwhile, has expanded upon its lead. The Illini nearly a full-point advantage over the Missouri Tigers as we head to the fourth and final rotation from the Hearn Center in Columbia. Coming down the stretch, along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett. Impressive the way Illinois has gotten better throughout the day. They started strong, and they have built a nice lead.
Really nice momentum for them. Floor was an excellent rotation. Really strong scores from each of them. Missouri was able to come back, not count a fall on beam as they did on bars. Looking to, again, continue that momentum into the remaining rotations.
Let's take a look at some of the top performances from the third rotation here this afternoon from the Hearn Center. Starting with Missouri, Gabrielle Gatula on the beam, a 9.875.
Solid beam work from Bell. Really nice stick.
9-9 for Araya Simons for Illinois on the floor. Illini had all scores of 9-8 or better.
Amazing floor routine. Lots of good finishes from her.
And the high mark on the vault for Simo Dalia Solorzano Caruso.
Nice Yurchenko full, small hop.
She scored a 9.65. We are off to the final rotation in Columbia. Illinois trying to sew up a season opening win in this tri-meet from the Hearn Center in Como. Back at the Hearn Center in Columbia, Missouri, ready for the fourth and final rotation today in this tri-meet to open the 2020 gymnastics season for the 16th ranked Missouri Tigers, the Illinois Fighting Illini, and the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. It will be Missouri on the floor, Illinois on the vault, and SEMO on the bars to round out the afternoon here in Columbia. Shannon Welker's team trailing Illinois, entering this fourth and final rotation. Tigers need a strong performance on the floor if they hope to pass over Illinois here. Illini, one of the up-and-coming programs in the Big Ten a season ago, trying to carry a lot of the late season momentum into 2020. Meanwhile, Missouri on the floor exercise. No area was more consistent for the Tigers in 2019 than the floor. Missouri, one of just 5 teams last year to score 49 or better every single meet. And Mary Nicholson, the senior, leads things off for Missouri. She'll be followed by Sharametta, Gatula, McCrary, Porter, and Tucker. First pass.
Started with the front double. Didn't have complete control, so the judges will probably take a slight deduction for that.
Nicholson scored 9-8 or better 9 times last year on the floor exercise. Part of that remarkable consistency. Here's her second pass.
Handspring, 1.5, also known as a Rudy.
She led off for Missouri at their black and gold exhibition last month. Scored a 9.75. Looking to improve upon that here. You see Illinois preparing to start on the vault in your upper left. SEMO competing on the bars in your lower left.
Switch side popa for Mary. See all that personality she adds into the choreography. Mary does a really nice job expressing that in her routine. Really nice, solid last pass and first routine for the Tigers.
Good start for Missouri on the floor. Julia Waite just began the vault for Illinois. It was Molly Maxwell on the bars for SEMO.
Here's Mary again. Might round off 1.5 front layout. Strong last pass.
So a good start for Missouri as they continue to chase Illinois in the total team score. Coming up now on the vault for Illinois will be Karen Howell, Alana Fisher for SEMO on bars, and Elisa Sharametta for Missouri. Getting ready to begin her first career floor exercise routine for Mizzou. She was an All-American last year at UIC. The 2019 USA Gymnastics competition. Personal best of 9.9 5 different times last year for the Flames. An NCAA individual qualifier.
Looked like a solid vault over there from Illinois.
Howell following up a 9.750 from Julia Waite. Elisa Sharametta getting going for Missouri on the floor exercise. 3 event titles last year at Illinois Chicago as a freshman.
Starts with the front double as well. Fought for the control there. Into her leap series. Switch side into a popa. Ready for her second pass here. Front handspring Rudy right into a back layout step out. Beautiful execution. Gearing up for the last pass here. Taking in big, deep breaths for that last push of energy needed.
Scored 9.875 in the black and gold last month. Final pass.
Round off 1.5 into a front layout step out. Really nice work from Elisa.
Missouri, 2 good routines to start out the floor exercise. First time in the Hearn Center for Elisa Sharametta. Went pretty well.
Here's her lead pass again. Really nice switch side. Looking for the 180 or more. She certainly got that. Here's her last pass again, that round off 1.5 into a front layout step out. Typically gymnasts will land that with both feet.
Well, Shayla Scott for Illinois.
Solid vault, couple steps back.
Career high last year was 9.7 as a freshman. She did that 2 times. Following up a 9.750 and a 9.775 and a 9.775 as well. Waite, Howell, and Takakawa. Belgatula preparing as the 3rd competitor on the floor for Missouri.
Belle's another one of those gymnasts who really puts her personality into a floor routine, which you'll see throughout this routine and her choreography. She really has a good time, gets into her dance and draws the fans in.
She was a model of consistency last year, averaged a 9.9 for the season.
Starts off with a double pike. Really nice job. Getting ready for her second pass here. As Barani into a back double twist. Jeté half into a split full. Having a little fun right before that last pass. Finishes with a double tuck. Nice job. Chest was just a little bit down, but really solid routine.
Good routine for Belgatula, while at the same time Illinois wraps up their final official competitor on the vault. A series of 9.7s for the Illini on the vault. So the door open a little bit here for Missouri if they can hit some 9.8s or 9.9s on the floor exercise to close the gap and maybe overtake the Illini.
Look again here at that first pass. Really nice opening. And then again, here's the double check to finish. Just a little bit down, but she was able to bring it back up.
Missouri with scores of 9.775 and 9.850 from Nicholson and Sharametta to begin their 4th and final rotation on the floor. We'll get you the score for Belgatula when it comes in. Illinois again finished on the vault. Nia Towns with a 9.7. So all 9.7s for Illinois on the vault. So Missouri with an opening here. As you see, Waite 9.750, 9.775 for Howell and Takakawa, 9.7 for Scott and Towns, and Simons with a 9.775. to match Howell and Takakawa for the highest scores on the vault. For Missouri on the floor exercise, it's Hannah McCrary. McCrary only competed in the floor exercise twice last year. Notched a career best 9.850 against the Florida Gators. Here's her first pass.
Starts with the front layout, front Rudy. Really solid start to her routine. Second pass here, round off. Double pike. Another switch side Popa. Common drum series in the collegiate world. Looking to finish here. She'll finish with a 2.5. Really solid work. Another nice routine from this Tiger group.
Prairie wraps it up after back-to-back 9.850s from Sharameta and Gatula. Meanwhile, smaller box on the left side of your screen, SEMO finishing things up on the bars. Take another look at Hannah McCrary here.
There's that last pass again, 2.5 twist, a blind landing. Have to be prepared for those.
So Missouri continues with a strong effort on the floor exercise. I saw at least one judge with a 9.9 score for McCrary, so this figures to be a good one for McCrary and the Tigers. She picks up a 9.875. Hannah McCrary.
This floor rotation is building momentum on scores.
McCrary with the highest of the afternoon so far for Missouri at 9.875, and now Morgan Porter, who went 9.8 or better in all but one meet last season on floor for the Tigers.
Morgan will open up with a double pike. Solid start. Wonderful control of that pass there.
You talk about the emotion and the personality that you show. Morgan Porter is such an intense competitor. That's something she's really worked on since her freshman year and improved upon this part of the floor exercise routine.
Yes, it's sometimes if you're not very expressive in dance, it's hard to show that on floor. So you really have to work on that if it's not your strong suit. It makes the routine more fun too. Less nerve-wracking.
She had a career best 9.925 the last time she competed in her home gym last year when Missouri took down number 7 Michigan in a quad meet here at the Hearns Center.
See her teammates getting into the routine with her on the side. Looking to finish with a double tuck. Beautiful routine from Morgan.
It just keeps getting better and better for Missouri on the floor exercise in the final rotation. Keep an eye on their team score in the lower right-hand corner of your screen as they chase that 1.95850 from Illinois.
Coach Welker does a nice job placing gymnasts in positions in the lineup that will allow for that score momentum to build. There's that opening pass again. Superb control. She knew where she was, no doubt about it. And then again, that last one. Same thing. Beautiful control, huge smile on the face. Nothing better than hitting your last routine of the night.
This is an important score here coming in for Missouri. And Morgan Porter matches Araya Simons for the afternoon high score on the floor with a 9-9.
A well-deserved 9-9. Excellent execution throughout that whole routine.
And so now the anchor, Aspen Tucker. She has been in this position so many times for Missouri. Tigers trailing Illinois just barely. And here's her first pass in need of a big score for Mizzou.
Nice full twisting double back. Nails the landing.
He went 9-9 or better 4 times last year for Missouri.
Aspen's really opened up again. Having that personality in the routine, if you're not super comfortable with it, it can be hard. Something you really have to put a lot of work into. She's done an excellent job really getting into that role. As the anchor on floor, bringing in that entertainment piece. Double twist right into a back layout step out. Unique combination pass. Switch side into a Wolf and Nova. Breathing here, getting ready for that final pass. Finishes with a double pike. Nice work. Slight chest down. Maybe got a little tired. Really great job from the Tigers on this floor rotation.
Missouri, an excellent job on the floor exercise. Working with the math right now, it looks like they might not quite be able to catch the Illini. We'll get the numbers all figured up and get the final scores here in just a few moments. Mizzou will have an exhibition on floor exercise from Sienna Schreiber that we're going to go ahead and show you. Exhibition action also on the bars right now for SEMO as we take another look at Aspen Tucker.
Here's that finished pass, last pass. Again, slight chest down. Didn't quite get the height you needed there. Still a fantastic effort.
Aspen Tucker will await her score. A 9.875 for Tucker. Actually, Hannah McCrary for the second highest score for Missouri on this rotation today. Morgan Porter with a 9-9 tying Illinois' Araya Simons with a high score on the floor today. And again, this is Sienna Schreiber with an exhibition on floor exercise for Mizzou.
Again, an opportunity to build confidence, get feelers out there for a competition setting. Opens with a double pike. Nice work.
As we enjoy the exhibition routine here from Schreiber, let's take a look at Missouri's final scores from the floor. It's Mary Nicholson with a 9.775. Twin 9.850s from Sharametta and Gatula. 9.875s from McCrary and Tucker. And again, Morgan Porter tying for the event title with a 9.9. Missouri's team score, as you see in the lower right, official, coming up just short. And a nice victory for the Illinois Fighting Illini, 195-850 to 195-600. Illinois with the win in this tri-meet to open up 2020.
Nice effort by all teams here. Illinois able to take advantage of Missouri's mistakes in early rotations. Something for Missouri to improve upon.
Schreiber will have plenty to look at there after that exhibition run. We will take a break and come back, wrap things up from Como as Illinois comes up with a victory in this tri-meet to open the new season. We're in Columbia, Missouri, as as Illinois picks up the win over the number 16 Missouri Tigers. And we welcome you back to the floor here along with former Missouri gymnast Bree Stevens. I'm Ben Arnett. As we said several times throughout the broadcast, lots of good stuff for each one of these three teams to build upon as they begin their 2020 seasons.
A few mistakes, as expected, maybe in the first meet of the season. Unfortunately, Missouri had some on bars, leading to a loss here tonight. But overall, again, things to improve upon for the future season.
And Illinois carrying the momentum on from the end of last year when they finished second at the Big Ten Championships. They get the win here today, edging out the Missouri Tigers in their home building. And the Illini will be able to take that into their 2020 season, as they are familiar with the Hearn Center beginning their season. Third time in the last 5 years in the Hearn Center, and they come away with the win. Take a look at some of your top performers today for Missouri. Aspen Tucker led the way on 3 of the 4 rotations. Top scorer on vault, bars, and floor for Mizzou. Morgan Porter with an all-around score of 38-3. Mia Takakawa, a lot expected of the freshman coming into her first year, and she is the all-around winner with a 39-35 score. Araya Simons tying Morgan Porter for the floor championship, both scoring a 9-9, and Anna Kaziska averaging a 9.720. The sophomore, the top newcomer in her conference a year ago, showing no signs of a sophomore slump. So for Bree Stevens, I'm Ben Arnett saying so long from Columbia, Missouri. Remember, our women's gymnastics coverage is just getting going on the SEC Network. It continues with Friday Night Heights next Friday with a triple header starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time when number 16 Missouri travels to Lexington to face the number 12 Kentucky Wildcats on Friday Night Heights. Also available on the ESPN app. Once again, Illinois with the tri-meet title over Missouri and SEMO to open the season. For our entire crew, I'm Ben Arnett saying so long from Columbia, Missouri. This has been a presentation of ESPN.